One West world. First everybody. Bitch, this is more than what they ever played us. Living by, put me in a gangster. Born in 91, pumping 90. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it. It's more than what they ever played us. Living by, put me in a gangster. Born in 91, pumping 90. Winter, Chevy pill, like a nectarine. But I keep it clean. Man, I'm too for real. Comfortable with myself, look they fraud. Man, I'm too legit. Off the thermostat, can't hold me back. Trying to check my temp.
Hey, Shalom, Lord in Christ. This is another episode of Heads of State. You understand, hosted by Cap 10,000 Hadar Yala, Officer 5,000 Laban. We have also 1,000 Ariyar, and Officer Sharman will be joining us soon. So like it from my technical difficulties. You know what's going on, Arawanyam?
Hey, Shalom.
We'll be running the stories as usual. We'll be giving you the nothing but the truth about what's going on in the world, you know, pop culture, whatnot. So like I said, what story you want to start with, sir?
God, man, it's a heavy thing. Like I said, man, like you just said, what's going on in the world, reaction videos, current events, celebrity videos, everything. We touching on everything in this podcast, man, but we giving you the biblical point of view from the priest of the Most High God. You understand? Every brother in here is a priest and soldier under Commander General. You won't hear nothing in the world. These ain't worldly points of views in here. All right, we live our life according to the Bible, and that's the only thing that matters. All right, so since we talking about that, let's jump into the first story with the monks. It was crazy. And I know y'all said something about another story that you heard about the monks as well. So let's just roll all of those together.
Got Anawakan. There's the first story, Salakia.
All right, go ahead, let's go. Shout out my nigga Shayawan. I see you, brother. RDR in the building, Barack Yalla.
Yeah, what's going on? Shalom, everybody.
Most High Christ. Everybody out there, man, like, share, subscribe. Push Heads of State 144 all over the nation. Let's go.
Skippy.
Kawakan. This one says 22 Buddhist monks arrested at airport after record drug bust.
Hold on now.
Yeah, nice.
Are you serious? The monks?
Yeah.
I thought these was the most spiritual people on the planet, right?
Come on, man.
They starve themselves. They heavy into the kung fu, and they say the Buddhists know how to float.
I see why the drug law is so heavy in China.
Right. They say they can lift themselves off the ground and hover off the ground.
Crazy.
Yeah, they doing that because they high, y'all. That's why they able to do that.
Right.
Good luck. Are you serious?
Shoot.
Let me hear it again, Barack Yalla. What did you say, brother?
Kawakan, sir. 22 Buddhist monks arrested at airport after recorded drug bust.
After a record drug bust. Go ahead, LeBron.
They gotta be fake. Come on. I don't believe this.
Listen, you can look it up and see him handcuffed.
Not Buddha and Confucius. You hear me?
The Golden Child. Y'all seen the Golden Child? I got the knife. What Eddie Murphy say? Please. The same monks is transporting what through the airport? Read what they was transporting. Was it heroin or marijuana?
Gotta be that old
Kawakan.
Old block. They got that old block.
old easy.
Damn. 22 Sri Lankan monks returning from Thailand were arrested on Sunday at the main international airport in Sri Lanka with a record 242 pounds of powerful cannabis, officials said.
Good night.
They had that Buddha. They had that Buddha.
Ain't that's their God, right?
They had that Buddha.
Salaki, if I could.
Yeah.
I wonder if the Dalai Lama, was smoking that weed when he was sucking on that little boy's tongue.
You know he was.
I think we got that story too. Go ahead, LeBron.
Right.
You said something?
He's a bastard. That's what I said.
Yeah, right.
And they
Yeah.
all sick, and it all boils down to some getting high and perversion, man, mixed in a cesspool of evil
That's a heavy point.
from all of them. So
How
like
come
sir.
all your religions on this earth end up in some form of pedophilia and drug addiction or homosexuality?
Mm-hmm.
All your religions on the earth, except for us that follow the laws of God. But we are not a religion. You understand? This is our culture. There is no religion in the Bible. I must say it again. So now, all you Tina Turner wannabes, because ain't that what she was doing? If she was chanting like that, she was following these monks.
Yeah, damn.
What the monks doing? They transporting 240 pounds of big meat.
What she smoking in the movie?
I don't know. You gotta ask one of the sisters that.
She was burning something. Maybe she
was burning
smoking.
incense and chant.
That's what it was.
Chanting
and burning incense.
Yeah. Go ahead, read. What you got, Baragella? Who got the story? I think Baragella.
So like Officer Baragella just step out for a second for like 5 minutes. But if I may ask you, if I may say, I don't
pull up the story so you can read where he left off. It's in the chat. Go ahead, Adia.
Sir. Those Buddhist monks, they're up high, you know what I'm saying, in the mountains and high. That's why they're hallucinating over there and seeing all type of spirits and whatnot.
Yeah,
because they have.
He owned it.
Yeah,
they got all of the mushrooms.
The jig is up. All right,
cocaine, weed. Hey, that was a personal.
All these special powers that they said they had, we know now what it is.
They wasn't trying to sell it. They was taking that back to the monk, Buddhist temple.
Yeah, they getting
that was the temple stash.
That is insane.
Good night.
That is insane. Baragella, I see you, brother.
Salaki out of one yum. The oppressor is the devil. The Lord said, "Let there light be," and the light was Salaki. So it was a good thing.
Come on, finish off where you left off.
Let me share my screen again. Salakia to the men above me. So 22 Sri Lankan monks returning from Thailand were arrested on Sunday at the main international airport in Sri Lanka with a record 242 pounds of powerful cannabis. A Sri Lanka customs spokesman said the group. Salaki, sir?
1 second, you about to get the other mic.
Yeah, Salaki. You say they were returning home, correct? Meaning they had already finished their commute and they were on their way back home.
Karawakan, sir.
And they caught them on their way back home to their temple. Like I said, this was the smoke for the Buddhists. this was the religious leaders, the most powerful cannabis they reserved for the high priest of the temple.
This is how they exploded.
This was the incense for the temple.
Go ahead, bro.
That's crazy. That's insane.
He said a Sri Lankan customs spokesman said the group returning home after a 4-day vacation in the Thai capital had Kush, a potent strain of.
Hold on, where are they at? Kush? Where were they at, Baragella?
The man said they had Kush,
Ooh,
a potent strain of cannabis hidden in their luggage. Damn.
And this is crazy because they say that our people are the drug addicts.
Right.
Our people are the problem. You understand? It never gets, publicized how heathen nations are the most drug consumers on the planet. It's not us. So-called blacks and Hispanics and First Nations people. We partake in these things because we following them. But when you really dive into it and do your research, these are the drug addicts. These are the drug addicts. These are the drug users. You understand? These people are the problems. They coming back from vacation with 200 some odd pounds. Your vacation, you get caught with a joint. Look at Brittany Griner. She got locked up in Russia with a weed pen. All she wanted to do was keep her little weed pen. Black people are oppressed and been oppressed since we got kidnapped and brought to this place. Forgive us if we just want to escape. But 200 and some odd pounds, that's not escaping, nigga. You on to something else right there. These monks are the drug suppliers, drug users. Their religion tells them to get high. Just like, who is the other people? Them East Indians. It's a part of their religion to smoke the ganja. It's a part of these monks' religion to smoke the Buddha. You understand? And that's what they doing. They're being exposed right now. The Lord is exposing these heathens to us. Go ahead.
If I could.
Crazy.
If I could say, add one thing. You know, I was just looking it up because I don't know nothing about Buddhists or Buddhism. And allegedly, they have something called the fifth precept, which is a vow that says to avoid alcohol and other intoxications. So according to Buddhists, you're not supposed to get high. And that hypocrisy runs so deep in all these religions. Christianity tells you not to have sex before marriage, yet they all have sex before marriage. Islam teaches you, you know, not to be a drug dealer or a drug addict, yet they sell drugs to everybody in the community.
Heavy.
So when are we as a people going to stop looking to these different religions, you know, as a source or a level of, you know, what integrity looks like?
Heavy.
It's all a joke.
You damn right, brother. Heavy, heavy, heavy. A bunch of hypocrites, and the Lord is exposing these hypocrites to our people. Stop following these hypocrites. If you so-called Black, Hispanic, and First Nation people, come back to your culture, which is the Bible. These hypocrites ain't doing nothing but lying to you, getting your money, stealing your money. You understand? Come back to your culture. Go ahead, LeBron.
And of course, they got a different name for it. It ain't marijuana or kush. of course, them Buddhists, they got a different name for that. You know, it's not the same shit that you smoking in the hood. They got a whole different category for this thing to bypass their laws or their customs in that church. You know what I mean? They might call it incense or something. But we know that's for getting high.
You getting high, man.
Right.
You getting high. Go ahead, Barack Yalla. Go to the next thing.
Salaka, sir, if I could, real quick, to add on to that, just to show the hypocrisy, because when you look it up, their leader, the Dalai Lama, received a Nobel Peace Prize, but he's out here molesting kids on camera. There was a scandal last year of multiple deviant scandals involving Buddhist monks in Thailand, involving not only women prostitutes, but male prostitute as well. Now, come to find out, they went from the temple to the trap house.
Right.
You know?
Damn.
That's diabolical, sir. And that just shows that every single religious belief should not be followed. Whether it's the Islam, where there's so-called prophet prescribing camel urine, you know, sleeping with 9-year-old, the Buddhists, they trap in and then they have brothels. The East Indians is no better. It's like, what is there to follow but our culture, which opposes all these deviant and disgusting lifestyles? Salaki, sir.
Heavy point. Listen, man, there was a boom in heroin when U.S. invaded Afghanistan, Iraq, all these different Middle Eastern countries. They went over there for the oil and the opium. All right, it's supposed to be this big, strict religious group of people talking about Islam. Why are they growing and selling heroin on a large scale? Listen, when I was growing up, a popular herb was Afghan.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't know that it was coming from Afghanistan.
Right.
They're supposed to be the strict religious people and they peddling dope. And that's the same thing you see right here with these monks. All right,
We called it GAN.
we caught it again.
Where them GANs at?
We loved it. You know what I'm saying? It is covered all the way. How'd it get here? Don't you know you got to be in cahoots with the government to get that over here in a black neighborhood? That's what's going on, man. We are being played. All right. They want you to be the consumers of these big, large-scale drug deals. And they get your famous rappers, Snoop Dogg, and all these other people to promote this stuff so these nations can become rich.
Give him $1 billion.
Right.
Snoop a billionaire from promoting getting hot.
Right.
That's it. From teaching his people, our people, how to become drug addicts.
I think
Man.
his last hit was Deep Cover, in my opinion.
Good night.
That was
So like I say, if I could,
Good night. They just showed Snoop Dogg going to the Met Gala with a big blue Crip fur on, smoking a blunt. Because that's what his thing is, to make you be a drug addict. Go ahead, LeBron.
No, you just said it. To make you be a goddamn drug addict.
That's it, man. Stop falling for the traps at his place, man.
And fantasize for being some mega rapper.
Right. Good night. The Lord said, you are meant to be kings and priests on the earth. You ain't no gang member. You ain't meant to be no drug addict, no famous drug addict and a gang member, an NBA player, football player. You are priests and kings of the earth. It's time for us to let their culture go and pick up ours. Somebody want to say something?
Okay. So like to say, if I could, also Barack, y'all, it just kind of segues into our next topic, because really, who are they going to make money off of is our people. You know, and that segues into the next story that you had, Adawan, where Boosie admits his son is struggling with lean. So he tried to quit, but go back when he mad. It's a lot.
It's a heavy story right here. Go ahead.
Okay. I think there's a clip that goes with it.
This story right here is so heavy because it shows how valuable black fathers are in the household. You understand? Fathers are so valuable in the household, and that's why this country does so much to separate black fathers from their families. You understand? It's just like you can't put a price on what a son sees when he grows up and what he does not see. Think of how his life could be changed if he saw his father doing the work of the Lord versus being a drug addict like Boosie. Go ahead, play the clip.
Wakanda, sir.
So you went viral for trying to get your son off lean. How's that going for you?
Well, I'm glad I could talk to him about it. You know, first of all, as a father, I'm glad I could talk to him about it, because first when I was getting on his ass about it, he just separated himself from me. Nigga just be gone, you know. So as a father, I'm glad he can talk about it to me.
You freeze up and you gotta go to the next one.
Gotta get sick. He gotta go to that hospital. You know, can't eat. Shit on himself a couple times.
Yeah.
He gotta.
Why does he gotta go through that? Because it's liquid heroin. They're trying to make it cool to do heroin. It doesn't matter what form it comes in or how you intake it. It's still opium. The base ingredient of that is opium, which is heroin. And when you try to wing off of it, you're gonna have the
shit yourself.
The runs.
Damn.
That's what's gonna happen, man. You understand? My mother was a heroin addict, so I can relate to what he's saying. It's gonna be disgusting and it's gonna kill your body trying to get off of it. And he's saying he wants his son to go through that, so he'll finally get off of it. How about you coming to the truth and then your son coming to the truth? He watched you do drugs. Let him see you not do drugs. That's how you fix your son, Boosie. Go ahead.
To that point you're making, is Boosie damn near died. Boosie damn near died too from all of them drugs he was consuming. And what it is, his son watched him overcome drug addiction, and he believed that he can do the same thing. And he got time and time and
On
time.
his own time, though,
Come on,
right?
sir.
Right. But we gonna show you the next clip that you don't have time. So keep going, Barack Yellow.
Khan, sir. So, like, you want to switch to the next step or finish this one out of one?
Finish off and then just go to the next one.
Khan.
Go somewhere where they're gonna separate them from it, you know. So
I saw you went viral.
I can't wait till he crash and daddy come in that motherfucking hospital. Look at you. You ready to shake back now, nigga?
Look,
Yeah. IDs in your
fun of his son. He wants to see his son at his lowest.
Hell no.
So he can say, I told you not to do it.
No.
You understand?
That ain't no father.
But
right
he
there.
watched you do it. That's the crazy thing about growing up in this place. We grew up doing horrible things as parents and then try to tell our kids not to do it.
Right.
You grow up cussing around your kids. Now, I ain't saying that cussing is a sin or nothing like that. But then you turn around and say, you don't cuss.
Right.
You grow up lying to your kids, telling kids about Christmas and Easter bunnies and stupidity like that. And then you tell your kids, don't lie to me. You've been lying to them your whole life. Their whole life, they grew up on lies. And then you tell them, don't lie to you.
Right.
This is the same thing that Boosie is doing now. Your son grew up watching you smoke weed and drink lean his whole life. You stopped because you got an illness and you was about to die. You understand? But he saw you do that his whole life. Now he does it. And you're going to make fun of him when he gets sick? How about you come in the truth and change your life? How about you remove him from that environment? You understand? Everybody don't have the same, what do you call it? Like opportunities to, like the Lord ain't gonna be with everybody the same way. So what you could have overcame, the next man will die from. How about you save him before he ends up in the emergency room? Keep going.
If I could say real quick.
Go ahead, brother.
And when it comes down to it, a lot of these children of celebrities, they just want to be like their parents. Like you say, he's seen Boosie. Like Boosie's famous for making music about unaliving people and getting, his substance abuse. Lil Wayne is the same. All these rappers, celebrities like 3 6 Mafia and them, like they can't be really surprised. Like Pooh Shiesty is in jail, but he literally walked into the same steps of his dad. There's another rapper from Jacksonville, Florida. I think was beefing with Julio. One of them. They literally walk into the footsteps of their father, and then when he went to jail with his father snitched on him. But they do the exact same thing the previous generation does, and like you said, one is so heavy that we need father figures, we need role models that can only be found in the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge and the Command and YAHANNA. Because out of the other role models we have is what? OGs from the block, if it's not our own personal father figures, and even when it's our personal father figures, they don't have the standard, the example for us to raise a proper nation, whether it's sons or daughters. Salaki, sir.
That's heavy. Look at what happened to Pooh Shiesty. Pooh Shiesty so allegedly robbed Gucci Man with his daddy. And they said it's because his father was a so-called gang member and gang leader and all of this stuff too. So you done been incarcerated. Now you want your son to go down the same path? The problem with our sons is that they have horrible fathers, horrible leaders. Most of the kids today is raised by their grandmas because their parents weren't even there. Now imagine if Pooh Shiesty had a father that cared about him, that loved him. He would have told him, nah, son, I'm not going with you to rob somebody. Nah, son, you throwing away your life. Stop. He wouldn't have been with him on the crime. He would have stopped him from doing it. And that's the same thing we seeing right here, man. Boosie did all the drugs and heroin and weed around his son. Now his son is doing it. All right. If you could, the water. Go ahead, Barack Yellow.
Khan, sir.
Yo, I've been there. I quit it, I ain't fucking with it. I say it all the time. You know, so you gotta get sick, bro. To break something that's serious, you gotta get sick, man. You know, because like he told me, like, Dad, I be trying to shake it, but when I get mad, it make me do it again. That was me, bro.
Look at that. That's another example of a horrible father. His son just told him his emotions is what drive him. And if one of the first things you learn in here is not to be emotional. Think about how many people are incarcerated right now because they got mad. Somebody bumped you. Somebody stepped on your shoes. You understand? You hear the small reasons that people are throwing their lives away? He said if he get mad, he's going to go do heroin. Come on, man. Keep going.
So, like, if I could,
So
another perfect example is King Von, who also followed in the footsteps of his father.
Come
He
on.
got mad. He got into a situation where he got unalived by the acquaintance of another rapper.
It's a heavy point. It's a heavy. Threw it all away, man. We call them crash outs today.
come on.
Crash outs. In Israelite School of UPK, we teach you how not to crash out, man. Love your brothers and sisters. Love yourself, man. If you love yourself, man, you ain't going to be doing heroin. You ain't going to be a drug addict. You ain't going to be quick to crash out. But because you hate yourself and you hate your brothers and sisters, you crash out and you throw it all away. That is the lifestyle of the oppressor. That's where you get that from. You going, brother.
So like I don't know if I could quick.
Oh, yeah, y'all.
God, sir. And it's painful to like watch this being a father because you want the best for your kid. You know what I'm saying? You want your kid to be, you know what I'm saying, to be alive, to be free, you know what I'm saying, to have the best health. This dude is saying, like, well, you gotta get sick. Meanwhile, that son seen way too much as a baby. I remember stories where Boosie was giving, like, you know what I'm saying, like his little son, like women to have sex with. All this is molestation as well, you know what I'm saying, that this child is going through.
Adia, I believe there's a story of Boosie saying he took his son to the strip club.
Come, sir.
That's molestation, man. That's pedophilia. He got him prostitutes. Boosie got his son his first woman, which was what we just said, a prostitute.
That's that worldly thing. I'm slightly older than y'all, and that was a thing that our fathers or our stepfathers would do for us back in the day. You know, you'd be a 12-year-old little cat, and you know what I mean. You know, tonight you find yourself in a room with a 30-year-old woman. You know what I'm saying? That personally happened to me before. You know, and that's a thing that come from that come from like it has to be a tradition that was handed down from our oppressor. And somehow we kind of morphed that into black culture.
Who thinks it's cool to get molested at 14, 13, 15?
I did.
A destroyed, yeah, because we was destroyed.
That's right.
Somebody that's destroyed thinks that's okay. Mm-hmm. That's not okay to get molested, to be prey to an older woman. Yep. You don't want to have sex the first time with a prostitute.
Nope.
But because we destroyed in this world, man, in America, we think that it's okay. That's accepted. Mm-hmm. And he bragged about that, if I can remember. He bragged about giving his son away to a prostitute. He thought it was okay to do drugs, all type of drugs in front of his kids, and now his son is a heroin addict. That's not okay. Keep going, Barack.
So that was the end of the clip. I got it.
If I could just chime in real quick before you continue. He, in his mind, like I said, like he's thinking from it's a generational curse, right? In his mind, it's not a curse. It's just how we operate. Your son of age, let me take him and get him a piece of tail. And who's gonna give him a piece of tail other than somebody that you got to pay for, which is a prostitute. So he still operate like that. It was clouding his judgment is his money. And nobody's around him brave enough to say, because of his money, you wrong as hell for doing that to your boy. Salakia.
Go ahead, who was speaking?
Yeah, if I could, add one thing. What you said, Cap, Hadar was so heavy in that, a lot of brothers and sisters, they don't get the opportunity to make it to the hospital. You know what I mean? Like sometimes they take their drugs and that's the end of their life.
Right.
You know what I mean? You might OD and that's it. Some brothers they take some shit and that's it. They get brain damage from it.
We got,
you know what I mean?
Slow down on the cuss words if y'all could. Go ahead though, Shaywan.
Kind of Salaki. Like you might get some irreversible brain damage from taking that drug. You know what I mean? And so many of our people, they don't make it past 30. They're unalived in their early 40s because they did some drug when they were 20 years old that they could never come back from. You know what I mean? So it's lucky.
Listen, man, take it from us. We all been there. You understand? We all partook in that life, but we found a better way. And that's why we doing this podcast to show y'all it's a better way, man. You don't gotta indulge in the things that America tell you is cool. It's not cool to be a drug addict. That's not cool. I know all your favorite rappers is pushing drugs on you, but that's not cool. It only leads to death and debt. Imagine, man, you off all of that, all them drugs. What's the first thing you want to do when you cash your check? You going straight to the weed house.
Get high.
You got to get high. So there's no room for growth and stability in your life because that drug is your God.
If I could,
go ahead.
And beyond that weed just have you in a sense of it's a slumber. It have you stuck. You know what I mean? Emotional in your thinking and stagnant.
Weak.
So and you think weed is a it made like whenever I smoke weed, it made my problems like more magnified. It didn't alleviate any stress. It kind of compounded them. You know what I mean? It made you more emotional and more, long thinking about issues.
Use that mic if you could.
Instead of solving your problems, it just make you tarry in the filth and the muck of whatever you experiencing.
Yeah, for me, if I could, it made me more accepted.
Yeah.
I would tolerate more BS.
Yeah.
A lot of people, man, that are close to me told me, man, like when I first came in the truth, they wish I would have went back to smoking weed.
Yep.
Because I'm a no nonsense type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But off that weed, I was stuck in the couch.
You would just accept
the BS that was around me. You understand? I'm not going for none of that today.
I agree with you.
And that's the importance of making oppressed people be high all the time.
And that point you're making, if I could just emphasize that a little bit for the brothers that's out there, like brothers that's out there that's listening, right? Give yourself 2 days. If you're dealing with a woman that's constantly on your nerves, or family members, or whatever your situation is, right? That you find yourself more complacent, more catering to. Stop that fucking weed and watch what you do 3 days later. Watch and see if she gonna get away with the shit that she get away with, or other people in your life. Watch and see if you tolerate that shit. Like Cap was just saying, and you absolutely correct. I recalled that myself. I was more complacent. I was more agreeable. I would tolerate that bullshit. But off that, my bad, sir. You just hit a heavy point with that. But off them trees, man, I was no nonsense. You're not doing that. This is not happening.
Think about it, man. Who are the drugs pushed on? They pushed on a oppressed people. Remember, J. Edgar Hoover said the number one priority of COINTELPRO was to stop the rise of the Black Messiah, to stop Black unity.
Heavy.
Yep.
They don't want us to come together. They don't want us to say, man, hold on, I'm tired of being oppressed. So what did they do? They brought drugs from other places and put them in your community. Because if you high all the time, you will be accepting of the oppression that they putting on you. You will tolerate being an oppressed people. Long as I got some food, I'm okay.
Yep.
But if you ain't high, now you can see everything that's going on around you. You can see the plots. You could say, man, hold on, man. Your kids ain't better than my kids.
Right.
I'm tired of this, man. We ain't living like this no more. Let me read this Bible, man. What did God tell me to do? Because this religion don't make sense. But if you high, like the Christian church, come as you are. Now you're going to be high as hell going to church, and you could say, I lied to myself and my family, and I said, I praise the Lord, and that's it. Go back to getting high. Get off them drugs, man, and watch how you turn into a radical revolutionist like they call Christ.
That's right.
But if you high all the time, nah, you straight. You just looking for your next fix. All right? Go ahead to the next story, man, with the brother who told you the repercussions of doing that lean.
Karawakan.
Here, Boosie, man, get off them drugs, man. That's how you gonna get your son off them drugs, by following the Lord. We soldiers in here, man. Go ahead, brother.
Karawakan.
How to just slide that in there? We ain't know you was a diabetic, bro. How that come about?
Lean,
When that?
bro.
Yeah, you was actually diagnosed.
Hell yeah, nigga, I got my insulin in the studio.
Damn. Oh, y'all out there drinking lean, man, thinking that shit sweet, man.
That shit ain't sweet, buddy.
It might taste
But
sweet.
everybody probably don't drink it how I was drinking.
Nah, and everybody like tolerate
I've been
different
drinking
too, though.
lean since I was.
Stop.
So like I said, if I could,
Stop. Don't nobody do nothing like black people. Say everybody don't drink it like I was drinking. When black people get involved in something, we go to the extreme, man. We believe in it. We take over weed to the point where you think we created and made weed cool. Weed ain't your culture. That come from hippies, man. All these drugs ain't your culture. That come from the oppressor. So like it. Go ahead, brother. You was gonna say something?
so like I said, if I could, I was about to do the exact same thing. Like the brother said, nobody did lean like him. You know, I mean, at the end of the day, listen, this is not our culture, like you said, other one. And really, when you look into the culture of each single nation, we're the only nation that's truly sober. You understand? Like the Arabs, the Afghanis and the Arabs have hashish. The Afghanis have heroin, and the Chinese they smoke what's the thing they smoke again? They had salons over it, opium. You know, it's always the other nations getting high. It was never our culture, even when in Egypt, right? Commend YAHANNA brought that out, and even when people look it up, the Egyptians used to get high off the lotus flower. When it comes to us, it was never our culture to get high. Salakazar.
Listen, man. Every bad habit you get comes from following the other nations. Every God you serve comes from following the other nations. You understand? If you want to turn your life around, you have to stop following the other nations. Christmas is the God of the other nations. Easter is the God of the other nation. The way you marry people and disregard marriage comes from the other nations. You getting high comes from the other nations, as we just showed you. The highest of that Buddhist religion is the monks, ain't it? They monks is they priests. They getting high as a fool. Keep going with the story.
Karawakan.
Probably like 15, man. 14. Drinking lean for so long on a major level, though, like 8s and pints in a day. Like, nigga, we pulled a pint for New Year's. This is how I really found out. I knew something was wrong because every time we used to pull dirty, my feet used to swell up so fucking big to the point it felt like I could stick pins in my shit in there, just bust open.
What?
So, nigga, we pulled a pint, nigga, 4 ways.
Come on, man. You stop that. Come on, man. This is a diehard drug addict right here. He said every time he used to pull up, his feet used to swell, and you still didn't stop?
Right.
Come on, man. He used to pull up late, so every time he used to pull up, his feet would swell.
So
Come on, man. That ain't telling you that your body don't agree with this. But we are dedicated in the things that we do.
Yeah.
So he gonna keep going till they kill him. His feet swole, man. He damn near can't even walk. And he still don't stop. Don't go to the hospital. Don't do nothing. Keep going, brother.
So, like I said, if I could add on to what you just said, Otto One, you know what's crazy? It's just like any weed smoker coughing their lungs out, as if they don't see a problem and think the weed is good. It's even better. You know, when you cough your lungs out and you're about to have a seizure, that means it's good. Not realizing that maybe your lungs are not actually made to smoke, but to breathe in oxygen.
You know, the harder you cough, the better the weed is.
That's what my auntie told me. Auntie told me you ain't getting high unless you cough.
Unless the lung is right there coming out your throat. Good night.
Damn.
That's
Nigga,
crazy.
you end up with bronchitis.
And you know what else? To the point that you just made, you remember back in the day, like unless you didn't kill the mug with like when somebody died from the heroin, the spot
You ain't got a good blow.
the spot off the hook now. Everybody, you know, you running out if somebody died from your joint.
It was on a Frank Lucas movie.
Yeah,
Blue
that was real.
Yeah.
Somebody OD'd and went to the hospital. You run, your shop running out.
We are diehard people, man.
They used to intentionally, man, kill at least one or two people to you know, to make the spot pop, man.
Black people are some hard-headed people.
Gosh, lucky.
Listen, what the Bible say? We are stiff-necked and rebellious. You understand? So this brother is doing the lean, pouring up, and his feet is swole. Go ahead, keep playing.
Khan.
Oh, bought a 4-piece, pour the pint 4 ways on New Year's, gang. Pour the 8 in each pop. We had 2 pops, pour the 8 apiece. Man, bro, when I tell you, gang, the next day, I was dead. I woke up damn near dead.
Try to just
Damn.
Come on, man. He done that OD. Did he stop though? No, he didn't stop. Yeah, go ahead, Carl.
I just wanted to add, if y'all heard, he said they were celebrating New Year's, and that's when a lot of
Heavy metal
holidays, you know, brothers like to get drunk or get all high off all these drugs.
Heavy metal walk. Shout out to Officer 50 Car. Celebrating the oppressors' feast days and celebrating it just like them, because that's what they used to do. Reveling, orgies. You understand? They got high as they could, drunk as they could, and did whatever they wanted to do while they worshiped their gods. Their gods killed them, and their gods are killing us too. Stop serving their gods. Your God wants you to rule on the earth. Your God wants you to be alive. Your God said that you're better than every people on the planet. Don't put down your God to be beneath them and their God. Keep going, brother.
So, like I said, if I could, real quick, just to add on to what you said and what Carr said, right? You see how in the scripture it said God made man is in his image. They made their God in their image. That's why their God is drunken sexual deviants.
That's why they God molest little boys. That's why they gods believe in pedophilia. Look at the oppressor. What did the Greeks gods do? Their main god, Zeus, came down and laid with women and little boys. And that's what they push on you in their religion of Christianity. You understand? And every other religion. Look at Islam. Their God is a pedophile. Look at the main focus of Islam, which is Muhammad. He was with a 6-year-old girl. Why? Because that's what they believe in. That's not you, though, black man. Separate from that, man. You want to save your people and love your family? Separate from drugs. Separate from religion and come back to the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High God.
Deal with your micro man status, and don't think because you're a micro man that give you, the right to lay with a little 6-year-old.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? That's their problem.
That is disgusting, man.
Micro man.
That is disgusting. Separate from this place, black man. Separate. Come on, Barack Gala. Let me hear you.
So like I said, that was the end of the clip. Do you want me to replay or you want to move to the next one?
Just go to the next one.
Kawakana, sir. Let me share my
Put down
screen.
the drugs, man. Put down their religions. Let's go.
Can y'all see it?
Not yet.
No, it's not up yet.
Salakia. There you go.
He cut me off. The family actually split up. Yeah, my father moved back down south to Alabama, which is where my mom and dad originally from. Mm-hmm. My mom stayed in Pontiac. I stayed with my mama. I'm a mama's boy. I'm a Cancer. Okay. So I wasn't going to leave my mama no matter what. Okay. And your relationship ended with your dad when he moved? Yes. Did you talk to him after that or not really? I talked to him 2 or 3 times after that. Okay. But why did the relationship not continue? Shit, I found out that he wasn't my real father. Wait, what? He wasn't my real father. I didn't know. So when they separated when I was 8 years old, I was under the impression that he was my real father. After they divorced, he really had no contact with me. After that, he knew from the very beginning that I wasn't his son. But because him and my mom were married, he played the role as father to me up until the time they got divorced. Once they got divorced, he cut me off. Damn. Okay, who's your real?
This is heavy, man, right here. Listen, man, this brother grew up going through the prison system. He started acting out right after the father figure he had left him. And the father figure left because of the oppressor's way of marriage. The Bible tells you that you belong to that man if you're a woman until that brother dies. There's no separation. You understand? So now, because you follow the oppressor's way of marriage, you just left your family and you left a brother that needs you. But more importantly, you about to hear something else. And that's how the mother kept their son from his biological father because of another man. And that's where we still live today. Most of us don't know who our fathers are because of our mothers and who she chooses to be our fathers. Last week, he was your uncle. This week, he your daddy. And then 2 weeks after that, you got another daddy. You done grew up in your life, you had 15 daddies because your mother could not show discipline with her body. It's so important, man, to follow our culture, man. Stop following these heathens, man. They full of lust. And they teach you that sex is not important, man. I said this before, man. It's so important. And they downplay sex, but it brings life and it destroys a life. Think about sex. You can have a baby and you can also catch AIDS. How can you downplay something like that? Now through sex, you've had a baby and you dismiss this brother's biological father. And the product or the result of that is what we see today in DawgFace. Keep playing the story.
I always tell stories about my third stepdaddy. And he
the brother say his third stepdaddy.
My third stepdaddy, and I remember him. You know, he was the one that tried to be a father, and I remember him. You know what I mean? He used to take me, fishing, like the fishing hole that I go to today. My third stepdaddy introduced me to those spots along Jefferson Avenue. He was the one that saw, that took a liking to me. All the other ones was just interested in my mama's box. But this guy, he was like, man, this young man needs somebody, and he showed me how to fish. You know what I mean? Cut my hair and keep up with my hygiene and shit. So a lot of the things that I gleaned from fatherhood comes from him.
Salakia. And it's just very few brothers that even care about stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So listen to this brother's story because it's crazy and it can all be avoided if we just followed our culture. But I also want y'all to pay attention to something else, and that's how this oppressor laughs at our pain. All right? So keep going.
Kawakana.
A father. My real father is from Pontiac. His name was Willie Wilson.
Okay, did you meet him afterwards?
Yeah, I met him. She told me about. So it was years. So I was 8. So it took her another 7 years to kind of like tell me that. You know what I'm saying? Because I was mad as a motherfucker. My feelings were hurt, man.
So like I say, if I could, just like you pointed out, like the moment he said, you know, it's like he just bursted out laughing the moment he said, yeah, I didn't know. The man just lived right there.
Did y'all hear that? I need you to rewind that part.
I
need you to rewind that because this is like, it says so much about the oppressor, man. He cannot show compassion, man. The scripture says he's like a deaf otter. You understand? In a way. He can't hear your pain, man. All he knows is violence and destruction. He doesn't have compassion on another people. But when he goes through something, he wants you to cry. He wants you to raise money.
Exactly.
He wants you to feel his pain.
Mm-hmm.
But he can't feel no pain of no other people but his own.
Join this war.
Join his war. Fight. You understand?
Yeah.
While he oppresses another nation and sarcastically describes how he's going to commit genocide on another people like Donald Trump just did.
Yeah, if to your point real quick, they went over there and killed a few hundred of their religious leaders, and their political leaders, and then boasted about it a week later on TV.
What did he recently just say? We just talked about it earlier.
We're going to obliterate the whole country. That's what he just said.
They have no compassion on another people. Listen, man, this is a painful story that this brother is describing. Man, this is sad. This is a story that a lot of our brothers and sisters go through. We grow up down the street from our father, don't even know who the hell he is.
Right.
You understand?
He said his pops was up the block?
His father lived 2 blocks from him. We're going to rewind it so you can hear it. His father lived 2 blocks from him, and he never knew who his biological father was for 8 years of his life. He grew up thinking that his real father, his biological father, was really, you know, his mother's husband. Because she was so, you know, disgusting of a woman, because she was taught by the oppressor. She never even said, this is your father 2 blocks down. You got to hear this story. Go ahead, Barack Yalla. Rewind it just a taste.
So it took her another 7 years to kind of like tell me that, you know what I'm saying? Because I was mad as a motherfucker. My feelings were hurt, man.
Look, do you hear how this devil is laughing?
Yeah, it's diabolical.
Sir.
He's laughing at this brother's pain.
And you see none of us laughing, even though the brother's smiling.
This ain't funny, man. Listen.
That shit not funny.
That's why we tell y'all all the time in the Israelite school of UPK, man, the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. And when you run into problems on this earth, man, you gotta say that. Do not stop yourself from saying that the oppressor is the devil that the Bible speaks of. It frees you, man. It frees you. And if you can understand that, you can understand why this brother is going through what he's going through. And then you can also understand why this devil is laughing at him. Go ahead.
And when he would come back up to Detroit or to the Pontiac area, I would know he was there because my grandmother, his mother, beautiful person, Clara Bell. I'm Clara Bell's grandson. She never showed any difference. She knew that I wasn't his son, but she never let on. And she never not embraced me. She never showed any difference between me prior to the marriage in terms of the way she treated me prior to the divorce to afterwards. She always believed in me, and she's the person who encouraged me most out of my grandparents. So what happened was when I was 15, I started to get in trouble early. I got in trouble at 12 years old for the first time. I caught my first robbery case at 12 years old. I was getting into a gang of trouble, back to back. And I used to hear conversations. You know how you eavesdrop on your mom or your parents when you're younger? You hear shit, but you don't really know what it is about, right? Because I'm not there to hear the whole conversation. But I can remember in hindsight, I can remember her friends and my aunt. So my uncle was telling her, you need to tell him who his father is. You need to tell him. You know what I'm saying? He get in trouble. He don't have a father figure. And he's probably thinking, I know this now because I talked to them later after I.
So like I say, if I could real quick, just to bring out what you said earlier, you know, the moment his mother's husband left, and basically disowning or abandon him, right? Who he thought was his actual father, his father figure. When he left, he went through a gang of trouble. Like even his grandmother, well, not actually his real grandmother, right? But who seen him as her grandson, realized he needs a father figure.
That's heavy,
You know,
That's
like
heavy.
it's I don't even know how, like, you know, a mother could just bring so much, but she can't really instill the discipline where you're gonna prevent
That's
that
heavy,
child, you know, little boy or girl from doing something wrong, or you're gonna correct them to prevent them from doing wrong again. Salaki, sir.
That's a heavy point, man. And that's one of the points I was going to touch on. You cannot diminish the importance of a father in the household. You understand? The mother, listen, both parents you need. The mother is more of the nurturer, and the father is more of the disciplinary. You understand? And he told you that. All right? We all know how the dynamic of the household. You understand? So to remove one of the parents from the household, now you have what you see today in the broken homes and why the prison systems are filled. And that's what shows why it's so important for the oppressor to attack black men the way he does. The prison system is a business. You can look up the numbers for the prison systems and how much private prison systems make. Look up the labor that prison systems produce. Look up the amendment that said that we can go back into slavery if we commit a crime and get incarcerated. Now you understand the importance of taking the father out the household.
Yep.
Now you understand the importance of getting the fathers on drugs. You understand? So the oppressor did something heavy to this brother DawgFace, man. Shout out to him, man. This is a brother, you know, that came up in Detroit. You understand? This ain't about, you know, us bashing DawgFace and his lifestyle. This is showing you how growing up in America and the oppression of America destroys the black families, man. And that's why it's so important that we separate from this place.
That's right.
This place is not for us, man. It's a plot against us to keep us in the business of America.
That's right.
That's what we doing here. And when we join to this place, we join to the business of America, and we are the product.
That's correct.
Keep playing.
So like I don't want.
Go ahead, brother.
If I may, while you mentioned the prison, just today I made a video about how those private prisons are able to sue the states if they don't have enough prisoners in them. And they even say, even if they don't care if the person is not guilty, just get people in the prison. So this is why, you know what I'm saying, they're also targeting black men, you know what I'm saying, and planning you know what I'm saying, drugs on us, because those prison needs to be filled as well. So like it.
That's right. And you know what, to your point, right, the issue is to destroy us. And another thing that I think we would be remiss in our duties to not mention is, you know, 2/3 of all abortions right now are performed at home through that abortion pill. You look it up. Like it used to be where a woman would have to go to a clinic on some boulevard. Now all she got to do is order a pill and flush the baby right down the toilet. So with the invention of the abortion pill, right, that aids our oppressor in, you know, stifling our numbers and destroying the black family. Man, to your point, Priest, that's an excellent point.
Sir.
Go ahead, continue that clip.
Sir.
After she told me what happened, so at 15 years old, she told me who my real father was. My real father lived 2 blocks from me, between the same 2 streets I lived in. And my brother.
So stop that real quick. So think about that. You know, this you know, as he was a young man, and his people saw that he needed some influence in his life, but his mother, for whatever reason, refused to tell him who his father was. Right. And when you look at those dynamics, man, that's the same thing that plagued the black community right now. It's not important in our households, you know what I mean? At least the household that I grew up in, and the household that I remember my neighbors growing up in, it wasn't important that the father be present. And what we see in our society is a result of fathers not being present. You know what I'm saying? And the prisons overpopulated, and the abortion clinics filled up with our people. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
God, sir.
And my sister and my brothers, through him, I grew up playing with him. I grew up seeing them. I grew up seeing them at the Boys and Girls Club. I knew them.
Those are your half brothers and sisters.
Yes, I knew them.
Wow.
And they knew me.
And Salakia, if I could, real quick.
Go ahead.
Like, throughout, like, I don't know if nobody really realized that the brother, he laughs back because he don't know how to react, how Vlad is laughing at him. Like, like you say, he's described something that's really painful, as far as spiraling down because my father figure left. And my father actually lived 2 blocks away. And just like our oppressor so remorseless. He don't give a damn about nobody but his pain. Because if he was interviewing, like, what's the little white boy name from Ohio or Cleveland or something like that, MGK, the little fake Eminem, or if he was interviewing Eminem from Detroit, I know y'all don't claim him, but Salakia,
yeah, Salakia.
If he was interviewing Eminem, then he would feel the pain because his mom was a drug addict. He makes music about, how he became a drug addict. He was probably abused, and he would have understood Eminem's pain. But when it comes to us, he knows it's funny. Why? Because he's the cause of the pain. His people are the cause of the pain. And he's looking at, well, it worked because we managed to destroy another black household. Salakia.
It's a heavy point, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't see pain. It's funny to him. You understand? Because he can't imagine growing up with his father being 2 blocks away from him and he don't know who it is. He's never lived a life where he's played with his siblings and he didn't know they was his siblings. But that's the life that we live every day growing up in this hell called America. And it's a life that will continue if we don't come back to our culture and separate from America.
That's right.
This place is not for us, man. Joining this place, you understand, is what created DawgFace's lifestyle. You understand? And that's why we started off with telling you not to do drugs. You understand? Not to join their religions. You cannot downplay sex. It's important to have 2 parents in the household. That's all our culture, man. And every time this brother says, first he said he grew up 2 blocks from his family, the white man laughed. Then he said grew up playing with his kids, with his siblings, didn't know it. The white man laughed. This is not a friend to you, DawgFace. You content for him. You're a joke to him. Your lifestyle is a joke to him. But to us, it's hell. And this is what we've been going through since chattel slavery, man. Our mothers and grandmothers will have babies and watch them get ripped from their arms and sent to the plantation miles down the road. Those kids grew up our brothers and sisters, and we didn't even know it. That happened during the time of chattel slavery in the 1700s, 1600s, early 1800s. Now in 2026, and when DawgFace grew up, it's still happening. But now he don't got to rip them from our arms because he's already ripped the mind from the black man. And he does it willingly. And the mother does it willingly. Separated the family, separated the son from the father, and never said nothing until this brother started getting in trouble. Keep playing.
So, like, that was the end of the clip. You want me to replay it again?
Nah, man, I can't even watch that again. I watched that one time and I was sad. You know what I'm saying? I felt the pain of this brother. I grew up with both of my parents, but I felt the pain from being in the truth. You understand? I see the plot. I see what happened to our people, and it's disgusting. It disgusts me. It hurts me to see my brother DawgFace going through that and it being laughed at from the oppressor.
And he don't even know when to be offended.
He don't even know when to be offended. You understand? He don't even know that he should be checking this devil for laughing at his pain. You understand? And this devil would not even have a show without our people.
That's right.
Because he laughs at our pain. Go ahead, LeBron.
No, you own it, sir. Without our pain and suffering,
Without our pain,
we wouldn't have a fucking slocky. Wouldn't have a show. Slocky.
Without our talent, without us saying, we will help you, Mr. White Man, in your stupid show. Without us saying that, he would not be popular. His name is DjVlad. What music does he DJ? You don't DJ rock and roll. You don't DJ, even though it all comes from us. He DJs and gets popular off the pain of black people. And then when black people tell their story, he laughs at it. Damn the white man. Go to the next story.
If I could jump in and say one thing. Slag, Thawada, you know, when we see this story, you know, as a people, we're such a compassionate people. But we got to use that compassion, you know, to change our environment. Like, we got to have so much compassion for DawgFace to say, you know, I'm never going to let another child be raised and grow up the way he did. We got to have enough compassion to say, you know, I'm not going to be a drug addict. I'm not going to throw away my wife. If I'm a sister, I'm not going to abandon my husband. I'm going to be different and change my environment so my kids don't have to go through, you know, all the pain and suffering that we all went through. Because like you say, Cap, we all watch this story and we all have compassion because we all went through the same thing. You know what I mean? And we got to stop thinking like our oppressor and say, you know what, we got to, you know, be mindful of who we lay down with, because this sister I lay down with, she might be a terrible mother. And if I lay down with a terrible mother, I'm going to have another child, you know, grow up without a mother. I'm going to have another child that grows up without a father. You know what I mean? When we continue all this hatred within our people, you know what I mean? We continue the destruction in our communities.
God, that's heavy. That's you said something heavy, man. That's the importance of teaching what the Bible says about sex. If you taught that sex was marriage, you would be more careful who you married or who you had sex with. But because in America we teach and we just say that it's just something that you do casually, you understand? Now you go out, have sex with whoever, and you leave them. And as you mature in life, you try to find somebody else that you're more compatible with when you should have took the time before you actually had that sex. You know, so Lord be with this brother and his family. Barack Yalla, make sure you add that to the title, Vlad TV and DawgFace. Go to the next story. Let me hear the next story, brother.
You have two more.
We'll do one more and we'll cover the next week. Close off of Midwest Council. This is actually a good one to close out on. I definitely got to ask the question. You understand? Do you sisters agree with what this sister is about to say? Go ahead, play it.
Khan. It's gonna lock it.
Okay, cool. All right. So a month went by. So my husband ended up losing his job. He came home and he told me. I'm like, okay, cool. All right. So a month went by. And he looked for me to pay the bills. Who paying what bills? So I was going to consider it if he gave me the money back for paying the bills. And he told me no. He felt like he shouldn't have to do that. What do you mean? When I told you as a man, and I expect you to provide.
Bible says, who can find a virtuous woman? Her price is far above rubies. This sister tells you Why Proverbs 31 says that? Because virtuous women are not everywhere. Virtuous is skillful. This is, man, when you read Proverbs 31 and 10 all the way down to 31, it describes what a virtuous woman is. And that woman don't mind going out and taking care of her family. What you saying right here is a disgrace. This is a prostitute. This is not a wife. This is not a good woman. Man, she lives in the house.
I pray that's for clickbait.
That's a real story right there.
Oh my God.
You're gonna hear the brother check her at the end. You understand? She and most women today in the world feels like that. You understand? And it's a lot of brothers. It's brothers that say.
Come, sir, you correct.
Brothers say that. You know what I'm saying? Simp ass niggas out here. I'm gonna pay for everything. I don't believe in 50-50. What the hell? We about to help each other get out of hell.
That's right.
I ain't the only one in hell. We all in hell. And we about to help each other get out of it. It's like it.
No, you correct, sir. To sustain each other while we in this joint. Like some of the sisters, like all of the education you've obtained while we battled this oppressor in the hood, you've been able to go to school. You know what I mean? And get your education. So now you should be looking to grab a man and lift him up out of hell.
Point, man.
Shit, what the hell is wrong with you?
Every point.
I think our like that's the one thing that kind of disappoint me. And I look for a sister that don't have that perspective, and I find that it's a lot out there. You know what I mean? Like a lot of sisters disagree with her perspective, but to your point and to the point of the podcast, there's too many that believe what she believes. You know what I mean? But you know, it's almost like a bind they put black men in. You know, like damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know, you could be a black man that go to work. You know, listen, you could be a black man, go to work, pay the bills, rake the leaves, cut the grass, repair the cars, go out on dates, take care of the children, you know, change the diapers, and I guarantee you that still is not good enough.
Ain't enough.
It's not a good enough, man. You know what I mean? So it's a demon on sisters that in this society that they've been bred in, that push them to be more of that Jezebel, that woman that just have to control everything that's pertaining to a man. It's like it.
Listen,
So
prostitute is a job, and you got to get paid every day on the job, right? That's the mentality of these sisters.
It is.
That's why she's saying what she's saying, because she's not a wife. She's a prostitute. And when you think of it in the mindset of that, then you can fully understand what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? But if you saying she's a wife, like she's saying she's a wife or a girlfriend, now it's like, hold on now. You know what I'm saying? But if you actually call her out on what she is, now you can understand. She has a job. And just like you go to work and punch the clock, you expect to get paid. That's what she's saying.
Mm-hmm.
And that comes from our oppressor. You will see, man, all problems in the black community go right back to the oppressor.
That's correct, sir.
That's why Commander General YAHANNA teaches us, man, say that the oppressor is the devil the Bible speaks of. It's his fault. You didn't do this on your own. You've been oppressed. Now you take up the customs of the oppressor.
That's correct.
And that's what she's saying, man. Listen, this brother was paying all the bills until he got fired. You mean to tell me you can't pick up the slack until this brother get another job?
Mm-hmm.
Understand, if you don't pay the bills, you homeless too, dummy. Keep playing.
So like I don't want.
Go ahead, brother.
Being with a sister like this is like a man paying a prostitute for GFE, the girlfriend experience.
That's what I just said. See, he thinking he getting a girlfriend or a wife, but you getting a girlfriend experience, like the brother just said. You ain't really got no wife or no girlfriend. You've been paying to play the whole time, and you found out the hard way that you was paying to play. Keep playing.
You do.
Concert.
Under no circumstances will I ever touch bills as long as I got a husband. None.
She lying.
If you can hear.
He probably happy.
Y'all, she lying.
You see a woman with a full out wig on, done been with 100 niggas. What value do you actually bring to the table?
She's a liar.
Probably got 50 kids by 50 different men. What value do you actually bring while you talking so slick? Big Bank is like, is this girl serious? Watch how Big Bank say what he say to her. Keep going.
You can hear.
He probably happy you don't know.
I'm sure he missed me.
What did he say?
Look at this. Okay, man.
Big Bank say, man, he happy y'all ain't together no more.
Look at her sip into that garbage like she.
This is insane. Like the mentality of these sisters that actually think that they mute up if you could. That actually think that they are worthy of such things. Like, is this a joke or something? Big Bank said, man, he probably happy you gone. Imagine how many times he can replace this sister. This ain't this an average looking girl you see every day. What are you talking about? She don't touch no bills. Well, I guess you homeless then, huh? This brother been holding it down for years, and you mean tell me he lose his job in the first 2 weeks of paying bills you done? Because you don't touch no bills and blah, blah, blah. Is it counsel? All right, come on, Agin. Let's go with it. We're going to wrap it up after this one.
If you can hear.
He probably happy you don't know.
I'm sure he missed me.
A headache? That would be a headache for me.
So that's the end of the clip, sir.
Bank say that's a headache for me. Go ahead.
She got all her makeup on, all her warp, man, and still a number 6 at best. Like, you know, come on now with that shit. That's why I say that's cap. I can't believe it. I don't believe that, because like it ain't enough for the men that they claim that's out there that would do all of that. I don't believe that he would go for you.
You right?
You see what I'm saying?
That's a heavy point.
Like it's a few brothers out there that could do that. You know, our ballers, man, our executives. You know what I mean? Like when you get off into the middle class, they ain't doing that. The middle class is men expect for you to bring something to the table. You know what I mean? You got to cover your cell phone, your car note, something. He might cover the majority of the bills, but since you're gonna cover something, so stop. That's all. I believe that's just cap for ratings.
Hey, Lord willing, it is. But I can tell you, it's a gang of sisters out here that say they not going 50-50. 50-50 was the thing last year. Well, a man to say, you know, you gotta go 50-50, and the sister say, I'm not doing that. You know what I'm saying? Now she's saying, I'm not touching none of it. And that's the mentality you get from being because they don't teach marriage. They teach prostitution.
That's correct.
That's she's speaking. That's not a wife. That's a prostitute.
It's a whore.
All right. With that, man, we're gonna close out the podcast, man. Shout out to all the brothers, man. My nigga LeBron, you understand? Adiyar, Shayawan, Barack Yalla, man. We'll see y'all next week. Heads of States. Go ahead, Barack Yalla.
Yeah, you already know. Again, another successful episode of Heads of State. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment, boost the algorithm, push this truth as well, instead of pushing whatever deviants y'all see on TV, Instagram, and YouTube. You understand? Make sure on all social media, Heads of State 144, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere. With that, we'll be back next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time with the heavy hitters, Captain Hadar Yala, Officer Laban, Officer Adiyar, Officer Shawan, and myself, Israel. Shalom.
Check me out, dog. Roll the window up, man. Water. Ain't no better, dog, really. The son of a king. I don't Balenciaga. I might just wear Kyla. I might just wear the Pradas, but I'm thinking long term, so I might say the dollars. We ain't no better, I'm just being honest. I should've went to college, but I was thinking violence. This a one West world, we the fucking livest. Break it down, we break ground, we don't break no damn promise. Let's get active, dawg. Don't tell me how you feel about it. These cats saying too much, they ain't learn enough. You maxed out the first quarter, I'm still warming up. These niggas tossing up a brick, they can't score with us. Who gon' come against us? On the Lord with us. Them niggas riding for you, I hope they ride till they crash. Put my name in your mouth, I put my belt to your ass. I ain't running no race, I just hope that I last. All them niggas you look up to, I consider them trash. Only time you seen a leader was in Wayne hand. Niggas will dap you, then pop you with the same hand. I'm a main player, I stick to the game plan. He don't really fuck with you, that's your main man. We them niggas came through and made your city hot. Yup, said he in the field, but he really not. And I ain't casting no stone, I just let him rock. And that's the kind of story they gon' read about. But if it's war, it ain't no tapping out. Grip still heat, spit like a dragon mouth.